practices. Thank you for being here, sir. And let's make the most of today's sessions. And I welcome Ms. D. Pooja to introduce today's resource person to the forum. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Day 5 of Research Methodology Workshop, organized by Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, Faculty of Science and Humanities, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram. We had an insightful week, and today promises to be even more enriching. Thanks to our guest speaker, we are honored to have Dr. Pushpanathan Thiruvengadam with us today. He is currently an assistant professor in the Department of English at Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Vishwa Mahavidyalaya, Kanchipuram. Dr. Pushpanathan sir holds an PhD in English language teaching from Bharatiyar University, and his academic journey is a testament to his dedication to education and research. With a career spanning over a decade, Dr. Pushpanathan has made significant contributions to the fields of language teaching, curriculum development, and communicative skills. He has been recognized for his exceptional teaching skills, having received multiple Best Teacher awards, including the prestigious I2R Bright Educator Award. In addition to his teaching, Dr. Pushpanathan has an impressive track record of research with numerous publications in esteemed journals. His work has greatly influenced the way English is taught and learned. Particularly in higher education, he has also been an active resource person at several workshops, faculty development programs, and international conferences. Today, we are fortunate to have him share his expertise in research methodology, an area where his deep knowledge will surely inspire and guide us in our own research journeys. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Pushpanathan Thiruvengadam, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. So the participants are limited or many more to come? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
No, the participants keep on joining here. Who will take care of it? Like pop-ups are coming, right? So one of you will take care of. Yeah. Shall we begin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
Thank you very much for the intro. Hi, everybody. Good evening. If you want to chat anything, just make use of the chat box. Will there be provision for the participant to use the chat box here? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, will there be permission given to all the participants to use the chat box?
We'll make it, sir.
Yeah. That's good because I want the session to be interactive for the another 60 minutes or 45-minute session.
Yes, sir. We'll make it, sir.
Yeah. Let me share the presentation. Is screen visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah. Good evening, all of you. The moment I was asked to give a topic on research and methodology, and I thought of giving you a lecture on literature review. So many of you may think that what is there in literature review, and it is a lifelong process till you complete your research, right? So this is the content page, and I'm not going to trouble you. It's only 13 slides and begins with introduction, purpose of literature review, importance in academic research, structure of literature review, and what are the types of literature review, and how it was there in yesteryears and how it is today, and what are the pitfalls that we have in literature review, and how technology is playing a major role in literature review. What are the expected outcomes from a thorough literature review that we expect, and what are the challenges in conducting literature review. And the 12th slide, it is about AI tools. Many of you are aware of it, and how AI tools can be used for literature review, and what are the popular AI tools which I'm using, because there are many tools, and whatever I'm using, just I'm going to give a list over here. So I'll conclude with the 14th slide. So what is literature review? In the sense, every one of us, whether we go for writing an article or writing a thesis, like we used to read variety of articles, and in those days, when we were doing research, we used to go to libraries, and we used to take notes from it, and we used to maintain bibliographic cards. People from uh, uh, people who have done research in 2 decades ago or 1 decade ago and maybe aware of bibliographic cards and all. But in these days, it is not so. And what is literature review nowadays? Like people are browsing net and they are not at all visiting libraries in person, and they are getting everything at their doorsteps. So it is a comprehensive summary of what people have done on their own research, and it evaluates scholarly articles, books, and other sources relevant to a particular area of study. Some of us, may be thinking that what is literature review like. In many theses I have seen, literature review is a part and parcel of a thesis, wherein you can see the abstract of research articles were copied, vice versa, and kept it as literature review. There was no analysis, there was no evaluation, there was no scholastic reading about it, and the particular researcher has nothing to say about it. Whatever he found in the abstract were simply put in the literature review, and his statement from there is starts. But I won't accept that, and it should be a kind of evaluative report, a kind of scholarly report. The researcher will find useful for his own research. It will identify gaps in current research and establishes a context for new research. When you go for extensive literature review, the researcher at the budding level, he can get a clear-cut idea about what topic he can arrive at. That is number one. When he keep on writing his thesis, or when he keep on moving his research work, that will help him to design literature review chapter, and that will help him to quote whenever possible in the chapter 3. And when he want to support the findings, even in chapter 4, he can make use of it. Even in chapter 5, in the discussion place also, you can use literature review. So what is the purpose of literature review? It provides background on the research topic that we wish to undertake. It is not only for the thesis. Even if you take a simple action research, if you want to conduct an action research in your own classroom, go with a kind of objective, and with that objective, take the class and complete the class and come out of it. And when you go for taking a suitable research topic, definitely you should go through plenty of literature related to your topic. This literature review, it identifies the gaps in knowledge or inconsistencies in the previous research. For example, whatever the previous research have not found or have not disclosed it, it is the responsibility of the researcher, would-be researchers, to look at it. Whatever is left, he has to take it, or he has to carry out research on it. It will identify gap also. Means whatever is left incomplete. For example, I'm taking the communicative competencies of the employees of industries. For example, manufacturing industry I'm taking. And if I'm able to complete the study with that of the communicative competencies of only manufacturing industry employees, I'm not considering IT company employees, I'm not considering the other service sector and all. So the research gap here is that I have worked on only the communicative competencies of manufacturing employees. gap here is that I can, the research in the field of IT, the research in the field of other domains are open and people can work on it. So if you go through plenty of literature or plenty of articles, you can come to know that the research gap, and you can take that as your research topic, and from there you can start your journey. The research review, literature review, helps you define the scope and focus of your own research. For example, some of us, like we will be struggling to design our own objective, our own hypothesis, our own aim of the study. We'll be aware of the keyword that we would like to identify. But when we go for deriving at a statement level, we'll be struggling it. When we have a close look at how it was done in the past, the previous research works will give definitely an idea to us or plenty of scope to us to design our own research. It will avoid duplication and builds on the foundation of existing knowledge. That means what, like when you go for refining your research topic, the previous research or the literature review will definitely help you or serve you that you cannot repeat the title. For example, there are plenty of AI tools nowadays. In those days, we used to visit libraries, we used to visit college libraries or university libraries, wherein we can see the thesis and thesis titles. We'll make a note of all the titles so that we can see that there will not be no duplication and all. But in these days, people with the help of AI tools, they can avoid duplication of titles also. What is the importance of literature review in academic research? It will establish the background and significance of your research. For example, when you are going to write the context of the study or background of the study, with the help of the previous research, with the help of the literature review, you can give a strong foundation or strong background wherein you can establish your context. From there, you can start your journey. It is giving framework for the new research. It helps the to position your study in the context of existing literature. Where you are, for example, you started your research in the year 2024. That means up to 23 or 22, you should review the articles. For example, so that you can bring it the current relevance to your thesis. So it will avoid a redundancy. The more number of literature you review, that ensures that your research is original, and definitely it will add your own contribution to your area of discipline. For example, if you are doing an ELT, your research will be a contribution to the field of ELT. If it is an American literature, your area of research, your research topic will be added as a source in the corpus. It supports methodology. For example, when we have a clear idea about with what methodology we are going to conduct our research, definitely we'll get stuck somewhere the moment we start our pre-test or during test, and some people will go for post-test. Pre-test and post-test only. Some will conduct during test or while test and all, people used to say. So wherever you find issues or problems, and you can go through the literature, definitely it will support. And because the methodology, some of us, may not be sound the moment we begin the research, and definitely we will seek the help of people who are good at the research methodology, or people who are good at statistical package software like SPSS and all. But if you look at, or if you carefully review the literature and make a note of the findings and all, like, it will support the research methodology of your own research or of your own article. What is the structure of a literature review? The literature review should have an introduction. In that, it will set the scope and purpose of the review. When I was reviewing articles for journals, and when I was adjudicating thesis, one of the education thesis, I found that literature review chapter is entirely devoted to literature review, in the sense they simply put the abstract, keep the title in the heading page, and then followed by abstract, and then they are moving to next article and all. So that is not the right way to write literature review chapter. It should have its own introduction and its own body and its own conclusion. For example, you are taking an article for your research, and you're going to quote that as a literature review here, and you have to give the introduction about what the topic is about and all, and how it was conducted, that is body, and what theory is incorporated there, what methodology incorporated there, and conclusion. Yeah, what happened? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Is the screen visible? Is the screen visible? Hello? Shall I continue? If there is no technical glitches? The participants, please respond with yes or no. Shall I continue? Anybody?
Please continue, sir.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So this is the structure of a literature review. So don't do a literature review blindly by copying the abstract of somebody. Definitely, the abstract of that particular article would have contained this structure. But when you copy the same verbatim, what will happen? It will show the content is plagiarized. So please be aware of it, and you just read it, you just evaluate the article, and then you just write your own literature review or abstract of the particular article. So these are the types of literature review, and usually we do literature review for meta-analysis. Meta-analysis is a part of it, and we analyze theoretical review. And look at this, this many types are available. Let me quickly tell you the critical review. In the traditional reviews, there is a review called critical review. If you take a particular topic and select the article that and critically review that and rapid review is hello. I request the participant
Please
mute your mic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I request the participants to mute your mic, please. So these are the reviews available, and we use meta-analysis, we use systematic review, we use comparative review, and we want to go for all these things. And overall, like literature review means, it doesn't mean that it is only 4 types or 5 types and all. This many types are there. How it was there in the past. For example, when we were doing our research, we used to visit libraries, and we depend largely on the libraries. And when we are unable to find out the books, definitely the books would have been taken by somebody else. And keeping the library entry, we will understand that, and we'll wait till that person returns the book to the library and all. But in these days, it is not so. And we have to give emphasis on extensive reading, in the sense there will be a lot of pages, 200 pages, 300 pages, and all will be there for the books. And we have to go through everything because 2 decades ago, like when we were doing our research, there were no PDF books, and technology was not full-fledged at that point of time. And online resources also very few, and we were limited to the access to it. And there were computers available, but we used to visit the browsing centers, wherein we can have through our email ID, we can go for browsing and download the books and all. And many of the research gaps were remain unaddressed because people were not aware of the areas of research. When I was collecting material at the EFL University Library, I could see a lot of co-researchers with me, like, and hardly one thesis we can go through one day, because time won't be there, because the whole thesis you have to go through. For example, if it runs through 200 pages or 300 pages, and will not find time, and you will not be permitted to take too many books also at that point of time. So this is what the condition of literature review in those days, and we used to maintain the notes that we take in the diary or in the flashcards or in the bibliographic card. So whatever the point that we take, and we used to take down in the bibliographic card from which page it was taken, what is the publisher name and all. In those days, it was not, the styles were not that much popular, MLA, APA, IEEE, Chicago and all. But now it is, even for that you have citation machine and many online tools. But how literature review has changed now? Let's look at it here. You have digital database like Google Scholar. The moment you type the keyword, you get everything. It is giving immediate access to everything. Not only that, many AI tools, citation managers such as Mendeley, EndNote, and again, keywords are enough. If you are well versed with the keywords, if you are capable of giving useful prompt, whatever prompt you want, that you give it and ask the AI, it is ready to give you. And you have a lot of advanced research tools which identify the pattern also. For example, if you are doing in machine learning and all, it is giving a pattern also. AI is giving a diagram. You even for recently we created a cartoon video. Actually, we took a concept from Tamil literature, Eladi. From that, we took the theme and we read the theme in the app that was giving a lot of pictures. For example, if I enter the prompt like I need an image of a poor village girl is speaking with the English teacher, it is giving a picture. It is giving copyrightable picture, means you don't have any issues. You can use the image in your research or in your video and all. So you have that much a privilege here as a result of the arrival of AI tools and all. And you have global access to research, means, like you can collaborate with any researchers in any university. For example, it is possible now. The professional networks such as ResearchGate, LinkedIn, they are paving the way for all the researchers, even budding researchers. If they move closely with, or if they keep on reading the research findings or research outcomes of the great researchers in LinkedIn or ResearchGate, and they can get in connected with the great research, and they can do collaborate research works. And as a result, like they can go global as well. For example, sitting somewhere in Chennai, for example, in Chennai, from Chennai, you can collaborate with a professor from Algeria, professor from Nigeria. You too can write an article. So your article can be globally accessed by the open access provision given by your journal, and his journal open access also, using that you can view and you can read it. So this is the boon that the modern researcher has. So make use of all these things. So what are the common pitfalls in literature review is that when we have a huge number of literature review or huge number of articles, we don't know what to give priority. Like I'm talking about the yesteryear literature review. I used to maintain a diary. In that, I used to make a note of the point or the paragraph which I want or which I need for my research. I will write it in page number 1. For example, I keep on noting down all the important points that I want in page number 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. And I will forget what I have written in page number 1. In page number 224 in the same diary, I may be writing the same interpretation, because over a period of 1 month or 2 months, I may forget because of overwhelming amount of information. But that won't be there when you documented it in the computer or in AI tool and all. It will save you to commit that mistakes and all. So you can give priority in these days. Bias in source selection again. So you will be confused here which is relevant and which is not relevant. So it's better make use of these kind of tools, or even in Word itself, if you copy the citations, for example, the book details one by one, and do sorting it. Because when you sort it, that will help you to delete the repeated works that you cited. And lack of critical evaluation. These are the third point is that when you merely summarize or merely copy what was there in the, some people will write like this. They will see the introduction part. They will see conclusion part. They will take 2-3 lines from the introduction and 2-3 lines from the conclusion. That may be a good idea, but you are losing the methodology. You are losing what statistical technique they have followed, what methodology. For example, if it is quantitative research or qualitative research, or if it is a cross-sectional survey or what is that, like you will not get an idea about it. So it's better go through the article. But if you are making use of AI, AI is giving everything, and read that abstract and then you copy it. What role the technology play in literature review is that as a result of AI and automated tools like GPT, for example, GPT is the common word, and many things are using Copilot and ChatGPT, and they are all the versions. And these people, you treat AI tool as a human being. You just interact with the human being so that you can get customized with the particular AI tool. Why am I telling for this one? When you keep on asking questions to that, it will know that what kind of material you are expecting it, what kind of writing you are expecting from ChatGPT and all. So my first and foremost request for all the people who are using ChatGPT here, kindly log in and then use it. Any mail ID you use it, you do log in it so that your search history will be there, and ChatGPT will make a record of all your search items so that it is giving you a customized report of what you want. For example, if you keep everything in the record, and whatever the topic you type at present will check the previous content and will give you what kind of report you want, like that. There are collaborative platforms as a result of technology. For example, the researchers, as a result of the arrival of LinkedIn and many online collaborative platforms, using that, people can collaborate with any researchers, right? And text mining is also there. For example, you can extract n number of pages now, and it can be converted into non-plagiarized content. For example, if you take content from a ChatGPT tool, even humanized AI is also there. You can make use of it. What is the expected outcomes from literature review? Literature review, if you do it sincerely or committedly, each and every article that you review will give you a message. For example, the findings of that particular article or that particular thesis will help you whether to support or whether to compare with your research, or else if it is not relevant, you just neglect it. So it will clear the research gap, and it will identify the areas that requires more exploration. For example, if you are diving deeper into the area that you are taking, so the research, literature review that you do will help you to support your objective and all. Enhanced credibility. So the literature review you do, it will give you a solid foundation for your own arguments, because without supporting the points, and if you do your own conclusion, your own recommendations, that won't sound good for accepting it as a research article or as a research thesis and all. Informed research direction. It will help you whether you are going in a right direction or not. Wherever possible, just I would say that when I was using that bibliographic card, each card I will have one point. In that, bibliography information also will be there. The moment I noted that in my chapter, I will mark in the red color or black color so that I will not repeat here. And here also, even in Word, the moment you cited that article, you just delete that or erase that from your source. So it will guide you to continue your research. Scholarly contribution, for example, the more number of literature you add in your research article or thesis, that will give the credibility, or in one of the journal, I remember it is World Journal of English Language. Day before yesterday, when I was reviewing an article, I was able to find 6 literature only given to an article. Actually, even in the journal's page, it was mentioned clearly that minimum 25 to 30 literature should have been there in the reference list. But the author, I don't know whether he failed to see that author description page or information page and all. So the more number of article you review, article you support, bring in for supporting it in your article, that will show your scholarliness, that will add the credibility to your article, and that will be the acceptance rate for the article is high. What are the challenges in conducting literature review? And because of the overload of information, we'll not be able to navigate where did we start or which one we already added and all. Time consuming, because when we are not techno savvy, when we traditionally write in the diary or in the word file alone, and it will consume a lot of your time, and so that you cannot synthesize or you cannot come to the final draft. For example, some people will be keep on writing, they will be having the habit of final thesis, they will say, they will write when they complete their research, and after their guide's correction, and guide may give some correction like add this quote there, that quote and all, final 1, final 2, final 3, they keep on changing it, and because of this, it will consume a lot of your time. So make use of your time and be this is one of the challenge actually. When the moment you enter the particular point or particular topic or particular idea from a literature that you reviewed recently, then remove it or erase it. Quality control, it will ensure the reliability and credibility of the sources. For example, this is also one of the challenge when you are unable to ensure the reliability of the credibility of the sources. Some of us, there are some research, I'm not telling everyone is doing it. People will not quote the page number, and they will copy something from the chapter 1 and they will say that it is written by them. So this will lead to plagiarism. This is not ethically correct. So when you want to say that you are ethically strong or ethically right, don't do that. And in bracket, you just mention that it was taken from this page and all. You just give your own valid justification why you brought that particular statement or line here and all. So why AI tools you can use? What is the reason? What is the purpose of AI tools in literature? AI tools, it will reduce the time spent for manually searching through database. Like once again, I would like to recall one of my memories. When I went to Kanimara Library in those days, we used to take a notebook and we used to sit in a system that will be there in the ground floor. We'll make a note of the access number of the library book. We have to write down that access number, and we will go to the 4th floor or 3rd floor. We'll go to rack by rack and we have to check access number, and then you can find the book. It's very tough, but in these days, they are going immediately. Even 10 years before, people used to browse net through Google or some other search engines. They used to get the material from Google, but now, after the arrival of AI, it's giving everything. But the only thing what you have to learn is that how to get your things granted from AI. That only you have to learn. If any workshop is getting organized by the educational institution, please register for it and learn it. And it is giving the automative repetitive tasks like citation management and summary creations and all. For example, if I'm giving a topic to ChatGPT and I'm asking prepare a research proposal for me with 5 chapter, with expected outcome, with the research objective, with citation details, it will give you all the citations that I want. And what I have to do is that I have to recheck that cited books in the Google, and then I have to confirm it. This is how you can ethically, you can make this ethical consideration right from the ChatGPT. If that ChatGPT is giving wrong information, but ChatGPT will give you, but recheck those details from the net. It finds hidden connections between papers. There is one AI tool called elicit.ai. If you type a keyword, and it will list you minimum 50 to 100 research articles that is relevant to your keyword. If you one of the 50 article, from that it will generate another 200 article. So in one click, you are getting nearly 400 to 500 related articles relevant to your research. So this is the advantage which we have from AI tools. And it from courses, for example, it is not having any limit. It will find resources from any country for that matter if it is available online. AI tools help organize literature more effectively. For example, if you have different abstracts for that matter, for example, when you depend too much on AI, sir, I have the collection of literatures, but I don't know how to consolidate it, how to write it coherently. You just paste it in the chat GPT. It will give you a comprehensive report on a given topic, and it will give you an output with a conclusion. So again, I'm telling you, prompting is very important. Summarization tools also, it is there. For example, if you are giving 3 paragraphs, copied from net and pasting it in the chat GPT, and ask it, elaborate these 3 passages with whatever you want. You want introduction, you want conclusion, and you want subheading and all. If you give, accordingly, it will regenerate the content and it will give you clearly. But only thing, again, I'm telling you here is that check the ethical consideration. So these are the AI tools which you can use for literature review. Is it visible? Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you want to search research questions, we used to search Google and Google Scholar and scholarly database such as the Web of Science, Scopus articles and all, how the previous research and it was done and all. It is for research questions. And even AI will help you. Copilot, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Consensus. So I'm using Copilot, I'm using Poe, I'm using ChatGPT. When you want to review literature, and literature research tools such as Google Scholar will help you, and Mendeley will help you, and Connected Papers is an app. I'm sorry, it's a AI tool. And Insightful, Zotera is, I'm using Zotera, and I'm using Elicit. Here, look, you look at this Elicit. I could not find the marker here. A moment. Can I use marker here? Can I highlight here? Can you see the cursor? My cursor? Yeah.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at Elicit. Elicit is a wonderful AI tool which you can use for literature review. And this is for writing and citing. And collaborative, I forgot to tell you one thing. Collaborative, when the moment I was telling collaboration, and how many of you are using Google Docs for preparing your research article? Type yes, if you are using Google Docs, use the chat box. How many of you are using Word, MS Office Word or Google Docs? Which one you prefer? You want to type your article and send it to a journal. Which one you prefer? MS Word or Google Docs? Use your chat box. People are preferring MS Word. MS Word. MS Word. So for my sake, from today, yeah, Google Docs. Make use of Google Docs. There are plenty of features available, and you can make use of it. Make use of Google Docs, but I don't find time to elaborate or explain the benefits of Google Docs here. Sorry. So these are the AI tools that I use regularly for my articles and literature review that I do. Research Rabbit is also one of the excellent AI tool, and Elicit. Ryan also I'm using. And this Dimensions AI, it is a scholarly one. You just go through this Dimensions AI also. One more I would like to include here, or I'll tell you, Excel Scout. There is an AI tool called Excel Scout. Are you aware of it? When you go for patent publishing, this Excel Scout, if you type the patent title that you are going for publishing it, it will tell you whether that patent was published or not. It is Excel Scout, Excel Scout. Make use of that also. So these are the top AI tools which you can use it. Chatbots, for chatting purposes, you can use ChatGPT, Claude, and Bing Chat. I'm using ChatGPT and Bing Chat. For generating content, I'm not depending too much on ChatGPT. I'm using Notion AI. So they are all different apps. And for spreadsheets, I do depend on Google Spreadsheets. At times, I will make use of Numerous. That is also giving a lot of features. And meeting recording, when I'm presenting something online, I will do with Fireplace. I did not work with Vowel, but I found it online. I brought it here. Personal productivity, for example, if you are recording your own creations, audio, video, you use these things, two things. For audio editing, of course, you will be having, clipping tools and all. There is an app called CADCut. CapCut. It is an AI tool, CapCut. Make use of it. For image generation. So what is image generation here? Why am I telling here? Like you can find copyrightable image, like there won't be company images behind the screen and all. So there won't be company watermarks, or these images can be used in your own research works. For Google Slide, people give preference to Google Slide rather PowerPoint slide. And even in AI, you have AI tools like Gamma. I'm using Gamma. And Chat with the PDF. This is wonderful tool. Note this one, Chat PDF. You just upload any PDF in this Chat PDF. And what you want from the PDF, you just ask them. It will give you what you want. You got my point? Chat PDF is a wonderful AI tool using which you can upload a 20-page or 100-page or any book or any article. You just ask from the paper. You don't need to read the entire article, entire book. You just ask Chat PDF what you want from the book. Usually we'll ask who is the hero, or what is the summary, what is the gist and all. Whatever you want to ask from that Chat PDF from the book, you just ask. Chat PDF will give you a consolidated report or a gist from the PDF material that you upload. So a thorough technology-driven literature review serves as both the backbone of your research, and it will guide you forward how you can complete your research or complete your thesis. And if you want to innovate anything, even in your recommendation, AI tools are recommending a lot. If it is suitable, make use of it. If it is not, don't blindly follow whatever ChatGPT is suggesting and all. So from its beginning, from its manual beginning to the current AI-driven processes, the literature review has adopted and grown in significance. For example, it is a massive progress because I had been a part of the yesteryears, and I'm using AI for my research nowadays. So I am a witness here, and how best this AI-driven literature review will benefit you. So thank you very much. The presentation now, definitely it would have given you a lot of inputs about how it was, literature review was done in the yesteryears, and how we are fortunate enough to have AI-driven tools and AI in the field of literature, and make use of it. Just explore AI tools for literature review and save your time, and do fruitful research and do collaborate research and increase your publications in WOS, SEI journals, and rock the publication department a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any queries, please post it in the chat box. Sir, as of now, we have one question. Hasna Mole has raised this one. If we use AI content, does it consider to be plagiarism? Can you suggest some ways to make the papers plagiarism free other than paraphrasing?
Yeah. So, wonderful question from the participant. You take content from any AI tool, and if it is showing plagiarism, definitely it will show plagiarism. And if it is showing plagiarism, humanize the content. There is another tool called Humanize AI. Okay. If it is again showing it, you can make use of Quillbolt paraphraser. Paraphraser AI is also there. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir.
This kind of the plagiarism softwares like Drillbit, and it will not, I'm sorry, find the plagiarized content from AI. But in some universities, they are using at the advanced features of Drillbit and all to find out AI-driven content also. If that is detecting plagiarized content from your article, you can humanize it or you can rephrase it so that you can escape from that plagiarism and all. Is it satisfactory?
Yes, sir. One more question.
Yeah.
One more question, sir. Kindly suggest some superior AI tools to write our research paper by Hema ma'am.
I'm telling you one thing. Research paper has to be written by the researcher. What we can expect from the AI tool is that you just get the skeleton. For example, you ask AI to give a research proposal. It will help you to, or it will give you a proposal of how your research paper would look like. It will give you expected outcome, objective, what content should be there in chapter 1, what content should be there in chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and everything it will suggest you. But don't depend 100% on AI tools for your research paper writing. You just get the skeleton or the framework from the AI tools, and from that you just go through the research articles. Even for literature review, you can go through or you can make use of Elicit AI, Research Rabbit AI. From there you can find lot of literature reviews. You keep those content and then seek the help of AI tools to consolidate that information into a coherent material. But sometimes, like, even though we are coherently sound or we are expert in writing article, we may commit some mistakes, or we may find some coherence issues. So in such a context, make use of ChatGPT. Even ChatGPT or Copilot will help you. You just paste the content and give the prompt correctly. For example, let me share my screen here. Is it visible? Is my screen visible now to everybody?
Sir, the thank you slide has been there, sir.
Yeah. Let me type one line and let me tell you how it can be done. For example, if I'm going to work on natural language processing, this is a trending area as far as computer science engineering department is concerned. Being a language researcher, what you can do from natural language processing? Let me ask ChatGPT. NLP and language teaching and learning. Suggest me research topics Can you see the screen now?
No, sir.
Yeah. Minimum 10 research topics.
No,
which
sir.
has
The
been
screen is
selected.
not visible, sir.
Now,
No, sir.
wait 1 minute. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
See the prompt I have given. I'm underlining the prompt. I typed NLP and language teaching and learning. Suggest me research topics. It has suggested 10 research topics. I'm not advising the researchers to blindly follow all these 10 topics. You just see the suitability of your own research area and check the possibility and feasibility whether it can be done by you. You understand my point? Now let me explore somewhat deeper. Give me a framework for the, let me take one topic, for example, using NLP tools to improve reading comprehension. Can you see that from the prompt? Yeah. I'm asking the framework from ChatGPT. See, it is giving 5 chapters. Chapter 1, introduction. Chapter 2, literature review. And what should be included in chapters also, it will give you. Chapter 3, methodology. What methodology you can follow, mixed methodology, it is telling. Who can be taken as participants? What are the NLP tools? What is look at the chapter 4, implementation of NLP tools, and chapter 5, expected outcomes and all. Chapter 6, discussions. So it is in the hands of, it is giving one more chapter, conclusion. Yes, it is suggesting the framework, but it is in the hands of the researcher how best he can convert this 7 chapters into 5 chapters or 4 chapters. It's up to you. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?
We are moving towards the last part of the session, sir. So, shall we conclude, sir?
Yeah. Shall I stop sharing the
Yes, sir.
screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this enlightening session, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Pushpanathan Thiruvengadam sir for his insightful presentation on understanding the role of literature review in academic research. His expertise and clarity have undoubtedly deepened our understanding of this crucial aspect of research. We are truly grateful for your time and dedication, sir. I thank our management, Dean Dr. C. Sundar sir, Vice Principal Dr. J. Dilipan sir, for giving us the opportunity to organize a week international workshop on excellence in research methodology. A special thank to our HOD ma'am, Dr. T. Sridevi, for your guidance and motivation. Your leadership inspires us all to strive for excellence in our academic pursuits. I thank the organizing committee members and the department faculty members for their support. Notable thanks to Mrs. Nadia, who have worked tirelessly. I would also like to thank our participants for their enthusiastic engagement and participation. Finally, we look forward to see all of you on tomorrow's session, 6th day workshop, as we continue this journey of learning and growth. Thank you once again for being here today. Have a phenomenal evening. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the organizing team.
Thank you, sir.
Shall I quit?
Feedback link. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Feedback link has been posted.